Hello guys, this is Mr. Ibrahim the trader of Gova Trading Academy. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to manage your trading psychology and emotion. Okay, we are going to be talking about how to manage your trading psychology and emotion. Now, in this aspect, this is where most retail traders fail. You might have a very good trading strategy. You might have a very good trading strategy. You might know how to analyze the market perfectly. You might understand how to do everything in the forex market. You know how to analyze the market. You know how to take trades. You know how to do everything in the forex market. But there is one aspect you are failing on. And the one aspect you are failing on is on trading psychology and emotion. Now, this trading psychology and trading emotion cannot be learned. You can't learn it from any mentor. The only thing the mentor can do for you is to advise you on what to do, things to do. But logically, the mentor cannot show you physically by writing it on the chart how to manage your psychology and emotion. But you can just get a few guide on what to do and what to follow, and what you should stop doing and what you should start doing. Okay. So if you are a type of trader that whenever you enter into the market, so if you are a type of trader that whenever you come into the financial market, you are scared of entering a trade, or after entering a trade, you are scared to close that trade in small loss, or the trade is in profit, you are scared to allow the trade to continue running in a little bit of more profit, depending on the risk reward ratio you took on the trade. For example, if you have a trade that you took 2 pips risk on that trade, shouldn't you? And for example, you took a risk on the trade with just 2 pips risk, and the reward that is currently running on your chart, is about is about maybe 3 pips reward. Is this reward enough for that risk? It is not enough, because risking 2 pips to get a 3 pips reward does not make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. The reward is not enough. The reward does not, how am I going to put it? The reward is not good enough for you to be risking 2 pips. The 3 pips reward that you got is not good enough. It's not worth it enough for you to be risking your 2 pips to get just 1 pips difference, right? But guess what? Most of you are fond of risking 2 pips. For example, I'm just using these 2 pips as a rough example, as a general example for everyone. So let's say, for example, you are a trader who happens to risk 2 pips, and you get a reward of 3 pips. Out of that 3 pips, if you minus your risk out of that 3 pips, 2 minus 3, that is going to be left with 1 pips reward. Is 1 pips reward making sense to you? It doesn't make sense, right? 1 pips reward does not make sense. The difference there does not make sense. So, but why is it that after you've taken a 2 pips risk trade, the trade is currently running in profit of 3 pips? Why don't you allow that trade to give you a 3 times reward of what you risk? Because 3 times reward of what you risk, you should be expecting something about 2. We know that 1:3, we know that we all know that 1:3 is usually 2 pips in 3 places, right? If our risk is 2 pips, then we are expecting 3 times of it. So if our risk is 2 pips, what we are expecting is a 6 pips reward, right? What we are expecting minimum is a 6 pips reward minimum. Sometimes we can get a 6 pips reward or more than 6 pips reward, but not anything below 6 pips. We don't expect to gain anything below 6 pips. So it means that if your trade is in profit of about 3 pips, one thing you need to do is to move your stop loss above your entry points. What you need to do is to move your stop loss above your entry point so that you can protect your 2 pips risk that you took, and then allow the trade to run into profit more than the 3 pips profit it is currently running. Allow it to at least run freely to 6 pips minimum, right? Then after your trade has run into 6 pips profit, which is approximately 1:3 reward, then you feel free to close your trade in profit at that point. Feel free to close it in profit at that point. Or you can also move your stop loss by securing some profit out of that 6 pips and allow it to continue running, your choice, right? So my point here is whenever you are risking an amount and you didn't get a minimum of 1:3 of the amount you risk, then don't try to close that trade. Don't try to close that trade. The only time you can close that trade is if a very, very strong, valid information came in on your chart. Like market is about to reverse in a major supply area or in a major demand area. So then you have the choice to close your trade and accept the small profits you made, even though it is not up to 1:3. That is because you are trying to get out of a trade that is on the opposite side. All right, so that makes sense. But what if you took a trade that you took a buy trade in a major demand zone, So if you take a trade in a major demand zone, you don't have to be afraid. Allow it to breathe freely. Allow the trade to play out freely. Okay? Allow the trade to play out freely. Also, I noticed that one thing that makes retail traders afraid and trade with emotions, which indirectly affects their psychology, is you are not accepting the risk you are taking. You are not accepting the risk you are taking even before entering the trade. As a trader, even before you enter the trade, you should be accepting automatically, you should accept that this is what you accept to lose, or this is what you accept to risk, right? And accepting to risk whatever you accept to risk, whether you accept to risk $10 or whether you accept to risk $20 or whether you accept to risk $50, any amount you decided to risk, make sure you accept it, that the trade you took might not go in your favor. Accept it in a natural way, that it doesn't affect you. Don't think about it. If it is a money that you need to use it to solve your family problem, then don't use it to trade in the first place. Okay? But if it is a money that your family life depend on it, then don't use it to trade. Don't use it to trade, because by using it to trade and losing it, naturally you are going to be affected emotionally and psychologically. Okay? So there is no two ways about it. Stop trading with money that it is your lifeline. Stop trading with your lifeline money. Trade with money that you can freely give out at any point in time. That is the type of money you should be using to trade. Trade with money that your heart is contented to lose. Okay? Because if you are not accepting to lose that money and you happen to lose that money, it is going to affect you psychologically. Okay? It's going to affect you psychologically. So my 1 cent advice is to stop trading with money you cannot accept to lose. As a trader, this business is about risk, right? So you must accept to risk your $10 to get $30. You must accept to risk it. And you must also accept that not all your trades are going to work out. Oh, do you expect all your trades to work out? Do you expect to be having blues throughout? Oh, so you expect to have blues. Hold on. So you expect to be having blue profit throughout your account. You expect to be making blue profit throughout your account. You don't want to see red in your account. You don't want to even see a single red in your account history. You want to be making blue throughout. Is this how life works? Even in real life, life is all about ups and downs. Okay? Life is all about ups and downs. If anyone is trying to lie to you or trying to tell you that life doesn't have ups and downs, then you should run away. Okay, run away. But if there's someone who is telling you that, hey guy, life is all about go up and then you might bounce down a little bit, but you might still bounce up massively. Okay. So in trading, going back to trading, in trading, you are allowed to make few losses. After having blues, you are allowed to make few loss. Okay? You are allowed to make few loss. You can see that what matters is that make sure your profit is bigger than your what? Than your loss. Make sure the profits you are making is bigger than your loss. All right? So that is just my advice. Even big banks, are you telling me you are more than big banks as a retail trader? So even look at it, even big banks usually lose some trades. They don't win, they don't usually win all their trades. No, never. They win big, they lose small. That is how it works. Win big and lose small. Right? So that is how it works. If you are able to accept this fact, you are 1 step ahead in becoming a very good trader. You are 1 step ahead in becoming a very good trader. And this good trader is going to be making consistent profits in a long term, right? In a long term. Because by default, Those who are making profit in short term are those who didn't in the first place accept the risk they are trying to make. They are trying to quickly risk whatever they have and then quickly get a huge return in one time. Those are gamblers in the market. Those are gamblers. And gamblers don't usually last in these forex markets. The market will teach you a very big lesson. The market is going to teach you a very, very good lesson if you're a gambler, if you are not trading with facts and logic. This is why on the previous video, I recommend trading with volume. Implement cluster delta volume to your trading. Very, very important. Because by trading with volume, you are going to be confident in the type of zones you take. You are going to be confident in the type of trades you take. Whatever happens in that trade you take that is having a very good volume, whether it's a positive outcome or whether it's a negative outcome, what matters at the back of your mind is that you are trading based on facts. And the fact you are trading on has nothing to do with whatever you think the market is going to do. You are trading based on the facts of what is happening in the market using the professional tool from Cluster Delta platform by seeing areas where there is volume in the market and trading it, and ignoring areas where there is no volume in the market and stepping away from it and ignore it. And that is automatically going to help you a lot in risk management. And then if you happen to lose a trade that has volume, maybe you happen to take 10 trades, and then you took about 7 trades that showed you volume, and you win all those 7 trades that showed you volume. You win all those 7 trades. And you happen to see 3 trades that showed you volume, but you still hit stop loss. Shouldn't you thank God that your reward was very big and your risk was very small? That should be your mentality as a forex trader. Okay, that should be your mentality. The only time you should be worried, the only time you should be worried about when you lose money in the market is if you are using a very good strategy. Are you using a good strategy? That should be your first question. If you are using a good strategy, then stop questioning your profits and reward. Stop questioning the trade you lose. Always accept a trade that you lose if you are using a very good strategy that is based on facts that is happening in the market, if you are using a professional tool, and if you are trading based on supply and demand. But if you are not trading based on supply and demand, you are using indicators and chart patterns, technical analysis to trade, then you should be worried about losing money in the market because your trading methodology is not based on facts of how the market works. Your trading is based on garbage that other people created, calling it a good strategy, which is not. Because you cannot go into the market wanting to buy Tesla or wanting to buy an iPhone or wanting to buy anything in real life. Are you going to be using technical analysis, chart patterns, and indicators to analyze whether the market is cheap to buy? If you buy an iPhone at, let's say, for example, you happen to buy, we have, let's say, 3 shops. Let's say we have shop A. Let's say we have shop A. We have shop B. We have shop C. Let's also say we have shop D. Now, in these 4 shops that we are having, let's assume in shop A, now what we are buying from these 4 shops is just the iPhone. We are trying to buy iPhone. Let's say iPhone 7. Okay. Let's say iPhone 7. We are trying to buy an iPhone 7 from any of these 4 shops. Now, and it is a brand new iPhone 7, right? Now, a brand new iPhone 7 coming directly from Apple company directly into the retail market, the brand new iPhone 7 in shop A is the same as the brand new iPhone 7 in shop B. It is the same as the brand new iPhone 7 in shop C. It is the same as the brand new iPhone 7 in shop D. So the iPhone 7 is the same throughout the shops you want to buy from. Nothing is different in all the phone. The phones are the same. All right? The phones are the same. So what should you do in this instance? What should you do? The only time you can make a choice is if the prices in these phones are different. For example, in shop A, they are selling their own iPhone 7 for $500. The same brand new iPhone 7 for $500. In shop B, they are selling their own iPhone 7, the same iPhone 7 for $450. In shop C, they are selling their own iPhone 7 for $400. The same iPhone 7. In shop D, they are selling their own iPhone 7, the same iPhone 7 for $350. Now, tell me, when you go to the market, in real life markets, physical markets, physical store, whenever you go into a physical store, whether it's a AT&T store or something, you understand? Whenever you go into these stores to buy your iPhone, the only thing you are considering is the price, is the price tag, right? Is the price tag. So if you go to shop A are selling their own iPhone 7 for $500. Shop B are selling theirs for $450. Shop C are selling theirs for $400. Shop D are selling their own for $350. From which shop, as a physical retail trader, as a physical customer, not even a retail trader right now, as a physical customer in real life world, who doesn't know anything about forex trading, who doesn't have any idea of what forex trading is all about, not even to talk about opening a forex chart. What are you going to do in this instance? What is your first instinct as as that customer? What is your first instinct as that retail customer? Your first instinct as a customer is to see which shop has the most cheapest price possible. And of course, it makes sense. It makes sense because the phones, the iPhone 7 is the same in the four shops. So why should you be buying in this one since it is the same with this one? So that customer is not going to purchase from shop A because he's trying to buy cheap by buying it from shop B. He's going to buy it in cheap price, in a more cheaper price. And guess what? This is exactly how the market works. You want to be buying in an expensive price, no matter how beautiful the shop A is, no matter how beautiful shop A looks like, even if shop A has AC, you won't buy from them. You won't buy from them. Even if shop A has AC, and even if shop D doesn't have AC in their store, you are going to buy it from them because you don't care about the AC they have in their store. What you care about is the brand new phone you came to buy, which is of course the same brand new phone that you saw in shop A, right? So far as the phones are the same in shop A and shop D, you have nothing to worry about how the shop D shops looks like, whether it's an ugly shop or whether shop A is a beautiful shop. You don't care. What you care about is the price, right? What you care about is the price. So you see, this is how the market works. So you can see you are not using technical analysis or indicators or Bollinger Bands or moving average or what else? ICT concepts to do all these things. You are buying it based on facts and figure that is presented to you. The fact that is presented to you is here. The figure, right? That is the fact. That is the fact that is presented to you. It is left to you to use this information to your advantage. Now, the customer used the information he is getting to his advantage by going directly into shops D, by going directly into shop D to buy his iPhone, because he can clearly see it with his two eyes, with his two koro eyes, that the most cheapest price possible in the market is in shop D. So he's buying it in shop D. Even if it takes forever to wait for shop D, he's going to wait and allow himself to buy it at the most cheapest price possible. And if he decided to sell it, he's going to sell it at the most expensive price possible, which is at $500. You buy at 500, you buy at 350, and you sell at 500. That is how banks trade, though. That is how banks trade, okay? That is how banks trade. So you guys need to stop the retail nonsense. You guys need to stop the retail bullshit. You guys need to stop that retail mentality by over-relying on lagging indicators and chart patterns. Okay? You guys need to stop it. Start relying on supply and demand. So you can see this is a demand. You can see this is a demand area. A demand area is an area when price is cheap. When market price is at the most cheapest price. That is demand. And supply is when market is at the most expensive price. That is supply. So you can see the importance of why I said you guys need to learn how to trade based on supply and demand. And how I'm emphasizing on how you guys need to ignore and delete how you are trading with trend lines and indicators and chart patterns and technical analysis and all those ICT concepts, smart money concept garbages. So this is the reason why I was telling you guys, I'm advising you guys, I'm crying to you guys that you guys need to learn how to trade the right way. Because by learning how to trade the right way, you are helping yourself psychologically. You are helping yourself emotionally. And if your emotion and psychology is taken care of, your life is going to see a what? Your life is going to see a positive change in your trading. And when I say positive change, it means you are going to start making money in your trading consistently to help your family and so on and so forth. Because you accept not rushing the process. You accept to take the process in a slow pace. You accept to take the process in a more compounding way, in a more compounding manner, not in a gambling manner. All right. So all these things are very important to consider if you want your psychology to be very good in trading and so on and so forth. All right. Also, don't consider trading every single day if your strategy, if the opportunity in the market is not in line, if the opportunity the market is showing you is not in line with what your strategy has, right? If your strategy says that the formation you should be looking for is a draw-based rally, and the market is giving you a formation like this, you can see these are two different scenarios. These are two different scenarios. This is a draw-based rally. This is a drop in price. This is the base. and this is the rally here. On the other hand, this is also a drop in price. This is the base here also, and this is also a rally in price. But your strategy says that you shouldn't take anyhow rally in price. You should only be taking the rally that has a strong movement going up. Your strategy is telling you that you should ignore any movement that looks weak, that look weak like this. You understand? Any movement in the market that looks weak, your strategy tells you that you need to ignore it. But hey, because you are a gambler, because you, you are a greedy person, you are a greedy trader, you decided to manage, you decided to manage this zone. You decided to manage it. After managing it, you risk your money on the zone, and then the trade failed to work. You lose your money, and then you are crying that you are not profitable in the market. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? Huh? Who is to blame? You are to blame now. You are to blame. Okay, you are to blame. So, guys, you guys need to start doing things the right way. Okay, you guys need to start doing things the right way. Stop following groups, what some groups are doing. Focus on your own self. You see many people sending in their results, and you also want to prove yourself by sending your result too, by forcing some trades. Stop doing that. Stop trading based on group. Trade personally on your own. Don't trade along with groups. No, do it. Trading is a personal business. You have to do it personally, because what you see here, what trader A is seeing here, might be different from the interpretation of what trader B might be seeing. So you guys' mentality is different. So what trader A might understand how to maneuver some destructions, but you might not know how to maneuver that destruction. Example, if two drivers don't have the same experience. One driver must have an experience more than the other driver. True or false? Two different individuals cannot have the exact same experience. They cannot have the same thinking process. Their mentality is very different. Now, my point here is, if a trade is going to fail in the market, some traders can use, with the experience they have, they know how to use their intuition to know how to get out of a trade, because they are experienced like that. But if you are a type of trader that doesn't have the experience of using your intuition to know how to get out of a bad trade, then you see you are setting yourself up to be in a bad state in trading. Do you understand? So two drivers cannot be having the same experience. We have driver A, if we have driver A and we have driver B, they have the same accident. The same accident is happening to them right now. Let's say their tire bursts. Their car tire bursts. Okay. Their car tire busted. Okay. Now this is their car tire that busted. This is their car tire that busted. It busted because of some things that trader A might understand and trader B might not understand. Okay. So let's say trader A knows how to maneuver the tire bursts. Trader B might not know how to maneuver such difficulty of his tire that busted. You understand? You can see just few minutes, I'm forgetting how to spell tire. Now, that is what I'm talking about. You guys need to know how to trade on your own, not by trading with groups in a group. Know how to, what you can do, however, is just to, after you've traded privately on your own, feel free to send your results to a public group and so on and so forth, share up about the result and so on and so forth. But don't make the mistake of trading and taking same signal with the group and asking yourself in the group, I see a zone here. Let's take it together. I see a zone here. The person might be telling you he's trading based on so and so. And you are also following what he is using. You are not doing everything on your own. You are not using your own brain to analyze the market and so on and so forth, to see reasons why market is doing what it is doing. Then you won't have a very ground knowledge of how the market works if this is your mentality. The only time you can have a very sound knowledge of how the forex market or any financial market work is if you are doing the work privately in the background on your own. And then you can decide to send the result to a public space. But the hard part of the job, you've already done it privately. And then you just came in publicly to celebrate your success and so on, to share the screenshot of your results. You can do that. That is good. That method is not going to affect your psychology. But the method of trading along and analyzing together with some group of individuals is going to affect your trading psychology negatively, not positively. Okay. So I think this is just my sense of advice on trading psychology, how to help yourself in trading psychology, and how not to trade with emotions. So you need to try to trade like robots. How can you trade like robots? No, remember, so how can you trade like a robot? Remember, I told you guys to only risk what you can accept to lose. Only risk what you can do, what you can accept to lose. Because if you don't accept it, I don't see a way how you can manage your psychology and emotion. But if you happen to accept what you are risking to lose, because trading in the market, you can make the money, you can make profit on what you risk, and you can lose the money. So in the first instance, if you happen to accept the risk that you might lose this money in the first place, then it is going to be more easier to trade freely like a robot, to trade freely without any emotions attached, right? But if you didn't accept the risk that you are going to lose that money, and you are trading with family money, or you are trading with your lifeline money, or you trade with money that you borrowed from a friend or any person, then trust me, you cannot be profitable in this market, because you are not trading with a very clear mind. Your trading analysis judgment is being clouded. You understand? Your analysis is being clouded by your family problem or your personal problem. So you cannot trade with logic. You are going to naturally be trading with emotion. All right. So try to first of all know how to solve your family problem and bring in money into the market that has nothing to do with family problem or something, and then trade with it freely. Trade with money that you can afford to lose. So this is Mr. Ibrahim, the trader, guys. A trader who happens to have 11 years of experience in trading. All right. So remember my story. I'm previously a network marketer for Swiss Golden, and I was also a network marketer for GNLD. So, but I started forex trading 11 years ago, right? So, but my first 3 years of trading I was trading also with based on retail strategies, okay? I was trading also based on retail strategies. But thank God, I came across my mentor who happens to teach me how to trade like big banks, right? I cannot trade exactly 100% like big banks, but at least whenever big banks are buying, I see their footprints and I also buy with them, right? So that is what matters the most. At least I'm following their footprints. At least I'm following the steps of the big banks. At least I'm not trading against the big banks. But guess what? As a retail trader, can you beat your chest that you are not trading with you are not trading against the big banks? Trust me, you are trading against the big players. You are trading against them. Some of you are still using, I see no reason why anyone in 2023 should be using uh, how am I going to put it? How the application that usually tell us how strong a currency is. Are you kidding me? In this 2023, is someone still using currency meter to know if a currency is strong or if a currency is still weak? How does that help you in analyzing a zone? How does that help you? Does that currency know that if you have a drop-based rally zone in an area, if that area is strong or if that area is weak, if that zone is strong or if that zone is weak, does that currency meter knows about that? Can that currency meter help you know how weak your zone is or how strong your zone is? In 2023, are you still using that garbage? I was using that many years ago when I first started trading. In 3 days, within 3 days of my journey of me joining forex trading, I throw it out. Naturally, I throw it out because in the first place, I'm a type of person that has a very high mentality. In the first, even though I didn't know how forex market works then, I know that this thing is just garbage in the first place. Right from time, I know that this currency meter is just rubbish. So I just throw it out. I started looking for ways of how these big banks are trading. And thank God today I'm trading like the big banks. I'm trading along with them in my own way possible. Okay. So you guys need to know how to help yourself and help your financial status. All right, guys. So this is Mr. Ibrahim, the trader, once again of Gova Trading Academy. If you have any question, feel free to ask me your question in the group. If you need any assistance based on the cluster delta, make sure you feel free to ask me on the group. Okay. If you want to renew your cluster delta subscription, make sure you private message me to guide you through on how to do it step by step. If you want to buy USDT to renew your cluster delta subscription just because your country doesn't accept card payments, then message me privately to tell you how to go about it by paying with either USDT or you can pay through PayPal. All right. So I think that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.